I am a wrestler, and every once in a while, wrestlers wrestle.
What the hell? You think that was an accident? No way was that an accident!
Mick, if you wanted back in the game, all you had to do was ask. Lock down a steel cage. I'm gonna be responsible for ending your career, Mick.
You wanna lock me up inside of a cage? Are you sure that's a good idea? Because what you call hell, I call home. Stinger, you and I in lockdown. By God, I will tear you apart.
Standing here with TNA World Champion Sting, and Sting, shocking turn of events last week. At the end of your tag team match, Mick Foley viciously and violently hit you with a steel chair when it was apparent the entire match you were looking out for Mick Foley's well-being. This action, of course, forced you to put up your title, the TNA World title, against Mick Foley at Lockdown. Now tonight, for the first time since the incident, you will be face-to-face in the ring with Mick Foley. You've had a week to think about it. How will you respond to this?
You know, after 1 week to think about it, I still don't know what I'm going to say to Mick Foley. No idea. I mean, I've replayed it in my head over and over and over again, and there just is no logical explanation for it. None. Of course, there really isn't anything logical that Mick Foley has done in this business all these years. Is there?
Well, I mean, you would know him better than I would. You go back with Mick 20 years. I mean...
That's true. But you know what, Mick? I don't know if it was the white collar or the tie choking you around the neck. Whatever it was, just like with AJ, just like with Joe, Mick, there are no excuses. I'll see you in the ring. And one more thing, Mick. If you decide to come armed again, if you decide to snap again in the ring, Mick, I'm going to come armed myself, okay? See you in the ring.
Mick Foley, the world is still in shock based on your actions towards Sting last week. You heard his comments a few moments ago. What will you say to him when you meet face-to-face in the ring tonight?
Well, we are going to talk about the question on everybody's mind, Lauren, and that is the controversial finish to The Bachelor. He never really loved her, Lauren.
Really? That's what you're going to tell?
No, listen. The truth is, I've had a chance to watch the tape, and I realize I was wrong in my actions. So I'm going to do what wrestling fans love to see. I'm going to go out there, apologize, we're going to shake hands, and put the whole doggone thing behind us. Because if there's one thing I know, our fans like to watch two men hug. Yeah!
But Mick, just to let you know, Sting is bringing his baseball bat.
Shame on him, that silly Sting. There will be no need for violence.
Sunday, April the 19th in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The main event, and you talk about star power at Lockdown. That's TNA's all-steel cage pay-per-view. Will be the Icon versus the Hardcore Legend. Sting versus Mick Foley for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. But we still have to ask the question, what was it that caused Mick Foley to crack Sting in the head with the steel chair? I've heard that over and over. I know the fans have that question, and I know Sting does as well. Is there a logical explanation? Think of Jeff Jarrett's perspective. With Mick Foley focused on Sting, it makes it even harder for the TNA founder to combat the main event mafia.
Mick, I've been trying to work this out, but I just can't get there, so I'm going to ask you to come out here and explain if you can.
Stinger, I don't blame you for being angry with me, and you asked for an explanation, and doggone it, I'm going to give you one. And I think in a few minutes we're going to be laughing about this because it's really quite simple. It was a big misunderstanding. Now, I put together a tape. I had Keith Mitchell in the back put together a little video to straighten things up, but just before we see this video, I want to make it clear that I had taken a heck of a beating at the hands of Kurt Angle. Stinger, I had been angle slammed right out there by the announcer's desk, my head literally bouncing off the concrete floor. I'd been battered from pillar to post, so I may have been in a slightly altered state when I saw the following scene take place. Let's take a look. There it is. Jeff Jarrett, now he's going for the guitar. Remember, I don't know this. I am out. I see nothing. Jarrett wielding the guitar, and here's Sting. Here's where things take a turn for the worse. Because you, Sting, you grab the guitar. Now watch. When I come around, when I finally come to, it appears to me as if you are threatening the life of the founder, Jeff Jarrett. I believe you're going to wind up. I believe you're about to take his life. So in an act of desperation, oh! I saved the life of the founder, lashing out to protect the man who founded TNA.
You think this is funny, Mick? You think it's funny? You think it's some kind of a joke? It wasn't funny last week when you hit me with that chair. I wasn't laughing then, and I'm not laughing now, Mick. Don't you get it, Mick? Last week, I was trying to protect you, Mick. That's all I was trying to do. Mick, let's face it. I understand the physical pain that you're in. Mick, I've seen what it's like. The pain on your face just trying to get up and out of a chair. Mick, your body is ravaged. You left a piece of yourself right here in the middle of the ring. All over the world, Mick, and you did it for these wrestling fans right here. Mick, you didn't just do it for the fans, but you did it for all the boys, all the wrestlers in the back, Mick. You even did it for me. And last week, when I tried to protect you, I did it because I respected you, but I'm starting to get a little bit pissed off now. And I'm starting to lose the respect right now.
Well, aren't you the humanitarian, Stinger? Make no mistake about it, times are tough out there. A lot of people are down. Stock markets spiraling out of control. Foreclosures forcing people out of their homes. The job market's never been worse. A lot of people out there could use your help, Stinger, but I'm not one of them. Who the hell are you to pity me? Now maybe a couple weeks ago, I could have used that pity. Let's face it, Stinger. It was a sad sight, me sitting there in a director's chair, reliving my glory days, talking about Hardcore History 101. Whoopee! But since last week's Impact, Stinger, things have changed. Because from the moment that steel chair made impact with your skull, the tables of time turned. You can feel it in the air. No one's talking about that other wrestling show in April anymore, Stinger. They're talking about Lockdown. They're talking about you versus me, Icon versus Legend. Which is exactly the way it should be, but make no mistake about it. When that cage door, when it slams shut, and you and I are locked inside the 6 sides of steel, it won't be some pathetic loser bragging about the old days like some drunk at a corner bar talking about the night he copped the feel at the homecoming dance. No, Stinger, you and I, we're not going to be reliving history. We will be making history. And yeah, as far as those big dives off the cage, Stinger, as far as those big dives, I've still got a couple left. Bang, 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 bang.
The landscape has changed drastically and dramatically in TNA. The date, Sunday, April the 19th. The location, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The showdown, Foley versus Sting in a new 6 sides of steel like you've never seen before.